Hi, and welcome to the next step in your solution journey, Lean Mean Efficiency Machine. During this session, we're going to be exploring some of our in-range solutions, focusing on InWare for Sage 200 and the newest addition to our lineup, InStock for Sage Intacct. If you notice in the bottom right of this presentation, it says Sage Tech Partner. Innovate are not only a Sage business partner, but also a tech partner with solutions listed on the various Sage marketplaces. InWare features on the Sage 200 marketplace, and InStock will shortly be featuring on the Intacct marketplace, meaning that these solutions have been developed specifically for the Sage portfolio and have been tested and approved by Sage themselves. Within our Sage in-range, we have a number of solutions. I look after our in-range vertical solutions and am responsible for ensuring that we continue to develop them with our customer needs in mind. Ensuring that our customer feedback is well received and translated into software enhancements or improvements is key to the growth of each individual product. Our in-range solutions are usually the cornerstone in our customer's business, especially when it comes to InWare or InStock, where these businesses are reliant on quick turnaround of stock, efficient stock management, and reducing errors to ensure customer satisfaction. Included in our in-range are InWare, the warehouse management solution for Sage 200, InTransit, a container management solution for Sage 200, available both standalone and integrated with InWare, Enhance, which is an enhancement pack containing over 20 add-on solutions for Sage 200, Realitex, which is a textile accounting solution for carpets, flooring, and textiles businesses, again integrated into Sage 200, InStock, our latest handheld stock management solution for Sage Intacct, and InVan, our route accounting and van sales solution. This solution can be integrated into any Sage product or into any other finance system. Come and talk to the team on our in-range stand if you want to know more about any of these solutions. Today, we're going to be looking at InWare and InStock and how we can help your business go digital. Now, why would you go digital and replace paper in your stock-based business? The first reason is to reduce the amount of paperwork which can easily be lost or misplaced during a picking operation. It also means that you're less reliant on snapshots in time and can adapt to changes in stock locations or stock holding and pick the right stock without any delay. You can make real-time decisions on your stock. That means that as the system is integrated directly into Sage 200 or Sage Intacct, again, any changes, any pushes back of dates, any last-minute orders can be picked up without delay. An increase in accuracy, which then increases customer satisfaction. Due to the nature of scanning products during the picking process, it reduces the amount of errors and means that the customer gets the right product first time. Immediate stock availability. Part of the solutions that we have, particularly within InWare, mean that the time between goods in and goods being available for picking is massively reduced due to the way that we integrate. Less stock handling. In Sage 200 and Sage Intacct, it's a common approach that people will either double enter or wait to enter until all the goods have been put away in their locations. With InWare and InStock, this put away process becomes digital and real time. Through the method of picking on a handheld device, we can increase the output or throughput of a pick and put away operation by taking pickers on the best route throughout the warehouse, leaving less time for them looking around for misplaced stock or assuming that stock isn't available anymore. More data insights. With visibility of what pickers are picking and when, we can get more insights into how the pick operation is going, how our goods in operation is going, and where we stand in terms of stock holding or availability. Let's take a look at InWare for Sage 200. InWare is one of our longest standing add-ons available on the Sage 200 marketplace. It allows users to track stock from goods in through to goods out, managing real-time stock control. It's a Sage 200 module, so the back-office functionality sits entirely within the Sage 200 system and is complemented by an Android add-on. We allow the management of pallet or bulk storage management. This is one of our USPs. InWare has the concept of pallets running throughout the system from goods in to stock control through to goods out, which means that we can produce pallet labels, scan pallet labels, and deal with stock in bulk rather than having to deal with individual pieces of mass stock. Strong handset functionality allows the pickers out in the warehouse to manage every operation they need on a handheld without the need to go and look in the Sage system. Enhanced picking allows us to take the users on the best route throughout the warehouse, reducing time to pick, reducing errors, and allowing them to provide a higher throughput and output of orders. Dispatch management allows us to manage sales order output in a more streamlined manner. Rather than having to dispatch sales orders individually, we can create journeys for either our own vans or for courier collections, meaning that when the stock leaves the business, we just click a single button to dispatch any orders that are linked to that journey. If we compare the functionality between Sage on its own and InWare, we can see here that there are a few key points to manage. Single barcodes are only available in Sage as standard, but with InWare we can manage multiple barcodes and multipliers, allowing us to handle carton and outer quantities. Warehouse management, we allow multiple warehouses and bins, while also categorizing bins as storage, replenishment, pick face, and the ability to lock bins to specific products or SKUs. On goods in, we allow the receiving in of pallets, along with a goods in and quarantine location. What this means is that as goods are booked in off the vehicle, they're booked into a goods in location immediately, allowing the rest of the warehouse staff to put that stock away without the need to wait until the stock's been booked in within the Sage 200 screens. Within picking, we allow pick management, including assigning picks to individual pickers, bulk picking if there's pallet quantities that match part or all of the requirement for the customer, and piece picking, along with pick routes taking you on the best layout of your warehouse. With dispatching, we have that journey control and courier integration, allowing us to output files to integrate into your selected courier partner. And stock control allows us to do things like perpetual inventory or authorization, allowing control when stock movements are made and reducing the amount of errors in terms of overall stock holding. So how does it look when we're using InWare with Sage 200? Well, in Sage 200 we create a purchase order as normal, and then InWare takes over. When the goods arrive, we scan the goods in using the handheld, we confirm the pallets and close the GRN, and move the stock or put it away into our racking. When the invoice comes in, it's just a simple purchase order invoice that's recorded again in Sage as normal, allowing you to make use of any of the add-on or marketplace partners with invoice automation. All of our stock control is managed on a handheld device, including the ability to lock our bins or unlock bins, preventing incorrect stock from being put in certain stock locations, managing stock inquiries, looking at what's in a location, where a product is, or what's on a pallet, stock taking that location or that pallet to correct any discrepancies, moving the items around, building pallets, and providing replenishment to ensure that our pick face locations are always stocked up and allowing us to pick customer orders. When it comes to goods out, we then use a standard Sage 200 sales order that's allocated. The handset picks this up and allows us to pick stock, confirm the pick and pallets, and load and dispatch, meaning that we can manage the entire process from the picking process when the pick is released onto the handset and assigning those picks to individual users, through to scanning the picked pallets onto the vehicle, ensuring that the correct pallets are loaded and ensuring that all of the products that are expected are on the vehicle. Finally, the invoicing process is then handled within the standard Sage 200 sales order processing functionality. Let's take a look at how some of our InWare screens look in Sage 200. The first screen is our stock inquiry. Within this screen, we can look for specific products, specific locations, pallets, batch numbers, or zones, and get an overall view of our stock holding within our warehouse. This is comparable with the item balancer screen that you may currently use in Sage 200, where you currently have to either look at it on a product basis or drill in to see individual bin locations. This is due to the nature of bins being held on a product level in Sage 200, whereas in InWare we manage our bins on a warehouse level, allowing common bin storage locations to show within this screen, and allowing us to drill down to show any serial or batch details. Within this screen we can also move across to the Movements tab and see any movements that have happened within our criteria, such as product, location, pallet, batch, which will give us a holistic view of all movements throughout the system and allow us to export them to Excel if needed. The next screen is our pick management screen. Once a sales order has been entered, it needs to be released into pick management before it's available on the handsets for picking. Depending on your business requirements, this could be either that the pick has been assigned onto a journey, so we know that transport is confirmed, or the pick has been assigned to a user so that we know who's going to pick the order and when. Within this screen, we can also see progress of how much of a pick has been completed, who is currently picking, and the time taken with a start and completion date of the pick. Our dispatch creation allows us to create multiple journeys and drag orders onto the journeys for dispatch management. This could be our individual vans or it could be couriers. If it's couriers, this screen will also trigger the creation of courier integration files if required. So with InWare, you can manage all of these different areas of your stock holding and get a better real-time view with less errors and speed up your processes. Another area that complements InWare, or is available on its own, is InTransit. InTransit is our container management solution that sits within Sage 200. Within InTransit, we can track container dates and progress. We remove the reliance on manual spreadsheets that are constantly being sent around on emails or managed in central file share locations. Allows us to have order date accuracy. When a container date slips, we're going to update the purchase orders to match that change. We can mass receive our purchase orders by container, both within Sage 200 or within InWare. We can manage notes and tracking for our containers. And a central system means that everybody in the business gets the same view of what's going on with any of our containers. Our InWare integration speeds up that goods in process and manages all of the allocation of which product lives on which purchase order. Our container inquiry screen is our most used screen within InTransit. Within this screen, we can see our individual purchase order lines, the container that they're linked to, or the vessel that they sit on, and the current status, such as on water, at docks, or in transit to our location. These statuses are entirely customizable per site, along with the stages and dates, so you can truly customize InTransit to meet the requirements of your container management. The next solution that we're going to look at is our latest solution, which is InStock for Sage Intacct. As a long-standing Sage Intacct partner, we've realized that there's a gap in the market for handheld stock control within Intacct inventory. So we built InStock to plug that gap. InStock integrates directly into Sage Intacct, where there's currently no scanning functionality within the core system to handle barcodes. Within InStock, we allow the scanning of item barcodes that are managed within our Intacct product records. We allow for multiple warehouses and use Sage locations and pick routes to manage the picking process. This means that the system is entirely integrated, meaning you can phase your approach and roll InStock out in certain areas of your stock function while still managing them in Intacct if needed. The goods in process allows for a goods in managed location and put away process rather than having to wait until the stock has been put away and confirming the bins on the order, or doing a double entry to book in and then move within the Intacct screens. Picking, we remove the need for a picking list report, and we can work with handheld picking using the picking routes defined within the stock locations. For dispatch, you can have the option for pick, pack, dispatch integrated into Intacct fulfillment. And stock control allows us to scan products to manage our stock take and do cycle counts or perpetual inventory. So InStock adds that handheld stock control, that real-time integration, which improves accuracy through reducing stock errors, with all of those other benefits that we've seen from our InWare solution. Our stock control allows you to move items, stock inquire, and stock take bins, while also integrating with Intacct cycle counts. Let's take a little look at how this product appears on the screens. InStock has been developed in a web-based application, meaning that this can be opened in any device, but also has an application available for Android. Here you can see our login screen, where we've integrated into Intacct's entity selection, and also our main menu, which shows our initial offering of functionality, taking the picker from goods in, picking, stock control, stock inquiry. Here we can manage all of our functions on a handset without the need to go into Intacct. Our InStock stock inquiry allows us to see lists of product locations either by bin or by item, including the visibility of lot numbers and the quantities available in those locations. The handset user also has the ability to do stock takes of both bin or bin item, depending on if they want to stock take a specific SKU within a location or the location itself. Movements between locations can also be handled on the handset, as can cycle counting. Due to the nature of integration through the Sage Intacct API, all movements completed within InStock happen immediately within Intacct, creating no delay and allowing full visibility whether the user is a handheld user or an Intacct back office user. As mentioned before, all of our products have grown over the years through feedback from our customer base, and that's how we intend to continue growing these solutions. Each of our products has a roadmap that's available on a public website, which you can come and get from our in-range stand. Our InWare product has probably the most ambitious and comprehensive roadmap so far, with plans to roll out into SciComm manufacturing integration, improving the goods in process flow, and doing stock transfers in the coming months. On ideas, we've got things such as adjustment reasons or the ability to customize the columns on certain screens. These ideas have all been submitted by InWare users and can be upvoted or commented on to help us drive the product forwards. Equally, when we make releases of our products, we add these into our updates. So we can see one of our latest features is the ability to manage better multiple warehouses per order, splitting out those orders into different zones, such as ambient, chilled, or frozen, and allowing us to segregate those picks either for different timings or different users to go off and pick parts of the same order. Within in-transit, we can see consideration around landed costs, better reporting or adding the reporting into certain Sage screens, and pre-allocations, whether we look to support SciComm pre-allocations or writer pre-allocations module to complete our entire in-range. We're always open to new ideas, so if you want to go onto our in-range roadmaps or ideas hub and submit anything on there, I'm constantly keeping on top of this, engaging with customers, and trying to get the best out of our product roadmaps. InStock, being the latest product, currently has nothing on the roadmap or ideas hub. This is where we're looking to you, our customer base, to adopt InStock as an early adopter and help us drive the product, improve the functionality, and tell us what really matters and how we can make your experience of using inventory with Sage Intacct even better. If you have any ideas, any questions, or want to get hands-on with InStock or InWare, come and see us in the in-range stand and we'll be happy to talk to you more about our solutions. Thanks and enjoy the rest of your day at Innovate Insights Live.